What's up, Pirates Nation? Welcome to the Pirates Live 412 weekly recap. So, I'm Mason Spesky, your host. Today, we will recap the Pirates series this week against the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs, and we will look ahead and preview the ones against the Washington Nationals and Tampa Bay Rays. So, it should be a fun show for sure. Now's where we get to that break kind of period here. Hang on. Okay, it doesn't look like I have to sneeze as of now, but maybe soon I will. But anyway, in my opening episode, I did talk about a break coming in, like where we will on Sunday nights be able, when we start to look ahead and recap, be able to recap the series on the road and at home, because the team will be on the road and at home now every other week moving forward. It literally alternates. Like, I'm dead serious. It literally alternates till it's awesome that they did this. Like, I love this. You have the All-Star break. August 3rd. And then you don't get much of, and then it comes back August 24th. And then it stays that way till the last series. So, yeah, I mean, it's great that, like, we could talk about a home stand, then a road stand, and that it's going to be like that for a little while. So I'm happy about that. But anyway, let's dive right into it here. I want this to be a rather quicker show tonight. Hopefully 15, 20 minutes for all yins. And then we could just call it a night. Typically, if you guys don't see, I do post YouTube shorts with like a game preview and a recap of each individual game. So if you want to check those out, those definitely go much deeper than this will go onto a specific game. If you're looking for any specific game, just check out there. So that's an option for sure. This is just more or less a weekly recap here. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about the past week, the series with the Padres and the Cubs first. Starting off with Monday night, we lost 5-0 against the Padres. Bubba Chandler was on the hill for this one. He didn't pitch a great game, but he certainly didn't pitch a bad game. Our offense just couldn't score that night. It was a rainy night. It was a wet night. It was a colder night. It was a rough night. And San Diego was coming off that series win in Boston. So it's hard to like really be like all gung-ho about this. German Marquez picked up the victory for them. I was expecting to win this one, but realized that it could have been a little bit of a hangover because of the fact that we had just swept the Orioles. So this one's not like I'm furious about it. It's just you're going to lose games. And this was just one we happened to lose, and that's fine. Tuesday night, though, was a rock concert essentially at PNC Park. Pirates defeated the Padres 7-1. Skeens was on the hill. This was actually a gorgeous game. The weather was gorgeous out, albeit rather cold for April, unfortunately. It actually did get pretty darn close to freezing, but oh well, who gives a fudge? Because, yeah, the Pirates pulled out a win. It was scoreless till like the 5th inning, and then, hang on, let me check who scored. I think it was Cruz. Either Cruz or Connor Griffin got a hit, giving the Pirates a 2-0 lead. For Paul Skeens, hang on, who was it? Scoring. Here we go. O'Neal Cruz doubled, scoring Horwitz and Griffin, giving us that 2-0 lead. And then Skeens had a no-hitter going through 5. Unfortunately, in the 6th, he allowed his first hit. I think it was to Tatis, got past Griffin, and that allowed a hit for the Padres. And then in the top of the 7th, Skeens unfortunately did allow a home run to Xander Bogaerts. Donnie pulled him then, and it was 2-1 when Skeens came out. It was a little nerve-wracking heading to the 9th. Obviously, we expect to put in Santana there. Soto came in the 8th. Great job holding down the 4th. That was a great signing by Charrington and company, so that's good. And then in the bottom of the 8th, our offense just erupted. Connor Griffin had a good hit. Nicky G had a hit. Jake Mangum had a hit. And, yeah, those are the guys who scored the runs. Very exciting for sure. And this led to a 7-1 victory on Tuesday. Unfortunately, the Battle and Bucks weren't able to replicate that on Wednesday, as the exact inverse happened to us. It was tied 0-0 heading into the 7th. Then Donnie pulled Donnie pulled Mitz Keller. Later then, 4 runs came across the plate for the Padres in the top half of the 7th. In the bottom half of the 7th, though, we responded awfully well, scoring 2 runs to make it a 4-2 game. 8th inning was scoreless. I honestly thought we had a chance going into the top of the 9th, but the Padres did what we did to them the other night. They scored 4 runs, and they took an 8-2 lead, and that's what the final score of this game ended up being. Padres win. My computer's a little crazy with the sounds there, so that's what that was. It does it during class sometimes, too. It is not a pretty sight, especially during class, so I apologize for that. But anyway, Padres come to Pittsburgh, take 2 out of 3. It's our first series loss since the opening series in New York against the New York Mets. So anyway, that was disappointing. But let's touch base here now. Hang on, I want to move something I want to see something real quick. Okay, we're all good now. Let's move on now to this past weekend in Chicago, which is where things differ a lot when you look at this Pirates team and the Pirates team of last year and former Pirate teams. Friday, we were up. It was a 0-0 game until like the 7th inning when B-Ray came through, pulled through, hit a home run for us, gave us a 2-0 lead, and that's all we needed. I know I've been kind of low on Carmen this year. He pitched a gem. He pitched a literal freaking gem. We should all be so proud of him. Reynolds came through big time. We got to the bullpen. That is so huge. This win was a big one for us. It shows you how much the tides have turned this offseason. Let's now move into Saturday here, because if Friday showed you how much the tides turned, Saturday did just that times a billion. We beat the Cubs 4-3. It was 2-1 after 5, 2-1 after 5. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. It was 3-1 after 5, 3-2 after 7, and then Alex Bregman gets the Cubs in this game. I think it was 2 outs, too. Alex Bregman gets the Cubs back in the game, ties the game, making it 3-3. I'm honestly very nervous. We didn't play well defensively in the 9th or the 10th. Nobody scored in the 10th, though. Now, we're on to the top of the 11th. Matt Shaw from the Cubs fumbled a ball that was coming to him, and this allowed a run to score for the Pirates, giving us a 4-3 lead. We had to get multiple outs then in the bottom half of the inning with Cubs on second and third base. Johan did it. Johan set the fort. We won the game. We took the series. That means a lot. Big freaking series win in Wrigley. Those are the games last year's Pirates team doesn't win. Those are the games that most Pirates team of the past decade doesn't win. We did. That's so big. That's a huge deal. So, very thrilled about that. Today's game, or yesterday's game now, just hit midnight here. So, yesterday's game was a little more unfortunate, though. We were up 5-0 after 2. Cruz homered, then Lau hit a grand slam. We lost the game 7-6. If this team wants to achieve and then we were up, after 5, we were up 6-3. Going into the bottom of the 5th, we were up 6-2. Then in the 7th, the Cubs cut it to 6-3. Or hang on. Or no. 6-2, 6-3, 6-2. After 7, they cut it to 6-4. In the 8th, they tied it at 6. In the 9th, they walked us off. Here's the thing. I'm very happy with how I played at Wrigley this past weekend. We took a series against a good team in their own ballpark. That's unique. That means something. However, at the same point in time, we could have swept them. They haven't been swept there in like, I want to say 23, the announcer said on the highlights, 23. That's disappointing. And this game might mean something. I just finished recording the postgame show, or the postgame started. One thing I said was this. What I don't want to see happen on the evening of September of 27th, 2026, when the Pirates are on the tarmac at Detroit Airport, or even on the plane ride home from Detroit, I don't want them to be upset and heartbroken and hurt because they missed the playoffs by one game or lost the division by one game. If you want one game to think about, there will be more of these games that come throughout the season. It's inevitable. So your mind could drift to any one of those games that are bound to happen. But this one, people will all but certainly drift to. And there's a reason why. You cannot blow 5-0 leads if you want to be a playoff team. You just can't. And that's what frustrates me about today, or yesterday. We had a 5-0 lead, and we blew it. 10-5 feels a lot better than 9-6. 9-6 is very good. It's like top 5, top 10 record. But you got to win these games. You've just got to win these games. For goodness sakes. Like, this was a disappointment for sure, and I'm rather upset about this. But rest in peace as well. I did also want to say, I know I said it in my pregame show, but rest in peace to former Pirate Phil Garner. He passed away yesterday at the age of 76. That was very sad to see, so God rest his soul. My thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, loved ones, and all he knew well, and they have my deepest sympathies. So, that's that. Rest in peace, Mr. Garner. But Pirates went 3-3 this week. That's solid, but it won't get you places. You lost a series at home to the Padres that you probably should have won. And you won a series on the road against the Cubs that you probably shouldn't have. Going into this week, I expected to finish 2-4. Getting swept by the Cubs, but beating the Padres twice. Last week, I said I wanted to go 4-2. We came close to that. And it ultimately just comes down to winning that extra game against the Padres. It does. It truly and honestly does. You have to win that extra game against the Padres. You just have to. I think that will plague them a lot, not winning the series at home this year against the Padres, because it kind of always does when we come close and don't get in. And I think losing yesterday at Wrigley certainly will plague us. So that's an issue, and that's definitely a little disappointing for sure as I start to get tired here. But anyway, yeah, that's it. The past week is the past week. We are 9-6. That's still rather solid, and I'm not going to complain. But anyway, first off, I want to take a look real quick here at the standings before we get into the next week. We'll do the standings. We'll look and preview the Nationals and the Rays, and then, yeah, we'll call it a show. Anyway, though, let's get through these standings here rather quickly, though. Shall we? AL East. Leading the AL East at 8-7 are the Tampa Bay Rays, who will be in Pittsburgh this weekend. That's a bit surprising. Not the fact that they're leading, not the fact they're coming in here this weekend. Obviously, I don't write the schedule, but yeah. Second, we got the Yankees at 8-7. Third, we got the Orioles at 8-7. Technically, it's a three-way tie. This is just how MLB labels it. Fourth, Blue Jays 6-9. Fifth, Red Sox 6-9. Those two are going to pick it up at some point. You just watch. Maybe not Boston, but I think Toronto will. They both will likely. AL Central, boy, this is a shocker. The Minnesota Twins lead the division at 9-7. Our old friend Derek Shelton once again has the division lead in April. Let's see if he does better this time with it than he did with 20-8 3 years ago. Second place, the Guardians at 9-7. Third place, the Royals at 7-9. Fourth place, the Tigers at 7-9. Fifth place, the White Sox at 6-10. AL West time. Texas Rangers, they lead their division at 8-7. Oakland, or the Athletics, 8-7, they lead their division. Angels, 8-8. Mariners 7-9. Astros 6-10. Boy, did they fall off. They had a good week last week. Boy, did they fall off, though. I didn't even see that. That's crazy. Wow. The Mariners got hot. That sweep is what killed them. I think they got swept by... They've lost 7 straight games? Oh my gosh. The Astros lost 7 straight games. They got swept in Seattle and they lost to somebody else as well. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Let's see who they got swept by. I don't really follow the Astros. Hopefully they play like that in early June when we come in. The Rockies. Oh yeah, I did see that. That's right. That's insane. That is crazy. Like, they can't lose games like that if they want to be good. Dennis Spot is probably on the hot seat, but we're not going to talk about the Astros. They're cheaters. Time for the NL now. Atlanta Braves, 10-6, leading the NL East. Marlins, 8-8 in second. Phillies, 7-8 in third. Nats at 7-8 in fourth. Mets are in last place at 7-9. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit unexpected, those standings, considering how the Mets played against us, but it's a young season. I'm not taking stock into this at all because a lot will change. A lot looks and feels rather weird right now, but this is just the start of the year, and I think it's important to remember that. Can't really, like they say, you can't really take the standings that serious until after Memorial Day. You just can't. I mean, they matter right now, but they mean nothing. Like, it's literally like checking your grade for a class after the syllabus quiz. Like, that's what it feels like. It's not an indicator, but every game does matter. Every game does matter, but your position in the standings right now is kind of irrelevant how the year will end. Unless you start out really cold. That's the thing. NL Central, the Bucks are in first place at 9-6. Woo-woo. Hopefully it stays that way. Second place, we got the Reds at 9-7. Third place, we got the Cardinals at 8-7. Fourth place, we got the Brewers at 8-7. Fifth place, we have the Cubs at 7-8. This is a little bit surprising because it feels like a direct inverse of last year, except swapping the Reds and the Cardinals. NL West, Dodgers are 11-4. Padres are 10-6. They just swept the Rockies, so they're red hot right now. Diamondbacks are 9-7. Giants are 6-10. Rockies are 6-10. So that's interesting. Let's look at the wild cards here. Obviously, as you all know, the Twins are leading their division with the best freaking record in the National League, or the American League, at 9-7. Wow. Just wow. Second place are the Rangers. Third place are the Rays. The first wild card in fourth place are the Guardians. The second wild card in fifth place are the Athletics. The sixth and final wild card the sixth and the third and final wild card are the New York Yankees. Baltimore is tied with them but would be out as of today. The Angels are a half game back. The Royals are a game and a half back. The Mariners are a game and a half back. The Tigers are a game and a half back. The Blue Jays are 2 back. The Red Sox are 2 back. The White Sox are 2.5 back. And the Astros are 2.5 back. So these lumps are nothing. Anyway, now onto the NL. Your NL leading the best record in baseball belongs to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are 11-4 right now. Second place in the NL East leading Atlanta Braves at 10-6. Third place, the NL Central leading Pittsburgh Pirates at 9-6. Your wild cards, your first wild card in fourth place, the Padres at 10-6. In fifth place, your second wild card, the Cincinnati Reds at 9-7. And in sixth place, your third and final wild card, and if the season ended today, whom the Pirates would host in the wild card round of the playoffs, the Arizona Diamondbacks. A half game back of the Diamondbacks are the Cardinals. A half game back of them also are the Brewers. 1 game back are the Marlins. A game and a half back are the Phillies, the Nationals, and the Cubs. 2 back are the Mets. 3 back are the Giants. 3 back are the Rockies. So that shows you how much the standings feel like. You can't be that far back. I mean, you really can't be. So that's that for the standings. Let's get on here to looking at the week ahead. Pirates got the Nationals for 4. Tonight at 6:40. Tomorrow at 6:40. Wednesday at 6:40 for Jackie Robinson Day. And 12:45 on Thursday. So that's a nice 4-game set with the Nationals. Friday, 6:45 against the Rays to kick off the weekend. Zambelli Fireworks. Saturday, this is the big one, 4:05. It's a Paul Skeens bobblehead night. And Skeens is probably pitching against the Rays. That will be a fun one for sure. I will be there. So, rather excited for that. and Sunday at 1:45 against the Rays. So a very, very exciting series upcoming. Let's look at the pitching matchups, and then I'll talk about the games. For the Pirates tomorrow night, Paul Skeens will be on the bump, opposed by Washington's Cade Cavalli. On Tuesday, Mitch Keller will go against Miles Michaelis for the Nats. On Wednesday, we don't have a pitcher announced yet, but it's more likely than not going to be Carmen against Jay Irvin. I want to say that's Jake. I want to say his first name's Jake for the Washington Nationals. Jake Irvin. How did I know that? Yeah, it is Jake Irvin. But that's your line. That's your pitching matchup for the Nats. On Thursday, it looks like something Griffin is going to be starting for them. Not Connor, though. Foster Griffin against Braxton Ashcraft. That should be a good one. Friday night against Tampa. Nick Martinez will go against Bubba Chandler. That's not a bad matchup there. Saturday, this is the big one. Skeens will be going for us. He will be opposed by Drew Rasmussen. That should be an electric pitching matchup. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be such a freaking awesome game Saturday. I'm psyched. Can't wait for that. And on Sunday, Shane McClanahan. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Sorry about that. Against Mitch Keller. That's another good pitching matchup. So we got some good pitching matchups this weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend for sure. I really want to take 5 games this homestand. I want to go 5-2 this homestand. The goal, that should be the goal. You win 3 against Washington. You win 2 against Tampa. 4-3, I wouldn't be thrilled with it, but I could take it. Anything below that would be a massive disappointment. We're off to the right foot. We have the guys. We have better rosters than these teams. We're playing better than these teams right now. We're at home. There is no reason whatsoever we cannot go 5-2 this week. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the goal. And yeah, that's actually the show. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Something I'm going to look into here for the coming weeks. Definitely over the next month, but probably sometime in the next week or so. I'm going to try to get us on Spotify. That would be really good for sure. I don't want to spoil the surprise too much, but that's something I'm going to be working on for this show so that hopefully we could get it past you, not just on YouTube, but on Spotify as well, and establish a platform on there. For the most up-to-date news, anything, score updates, and for the most relevant information on each game, check me out on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok as well. My accounts for those are Pirates Live 412. We preview every game. We recap every game. It's a really good time. I highly recommend you subscribe. So, yeah, I hope to see you guys there soon. That's all I have for this one here tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. We will see you right back here next Sunday night to recap the series against the Nationals and the Rays and preview our road trip against the Texas Rangers and Milwaukee Brewers, which isn't this coming week, but the following week. So we'll be talking about that a lot next week. And yeah, I can't wait to see you then. But in the meantime, check those pages out. Check out my shorts on this as well, on YouTube as well. Hope you enjoyed this show. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace and God bless. Big things coming. I'll see you guys next week. And let's go Bucks. Hoist the cone as well.